Hello again, friends, and welcome back to Triangle Strategy. Real quick before you maximize or tab away, if you can just drop a like on the video, I would appreciate it so very much. Previously, we finally defeated our nemesis, Landroid. He whomped us. He smashed us. He smushed us. He burned us alive. Cooked us in the previous fight. And then we spent a day in the hyperbolic time chamber, training up, preparing for our fight. We went Super Saiyan, smashed him. Smashed him. There's now one less high house. I believe we're the only high house that knows how to fight. I'm not sure House Telior actually owns a sword. I was really hoping that we could team up with Landroid and potentially do something for Prince Roland. But that does not appear to be the case because he's dead. So now that we are the only high house, it is our duty, our obligation, to do these side quests. Twinsgate, the mighty fortress that stands at the border with Aesfrost. Something's afoot in the heart of the duchy, but what? That hat.
The recent days have seen rising lawlessness near the border. Doubtless the consequence of the instability in Glenbrook.
That you caused?
Indeed.
Lord Sfaragai... Forgive me. I forget myself, my lord.
This man almost had an opinion.
It's too late for that. Out with it.
My lord, the bulk of our forces are occupied abroad, leaving only scant numbers at home. The longer this campaign continues, the more fraught the situation within our borders becomes.
Your concern is duly noted, Sicris. Rest assured that the Archduke is not ignorant to such issues. And besides, strength of arms is not the only means by which order is maintained. The time has come to gird our nation with fire and steel.
They do have steel. They're absent fire, though. Hella cold here.
Fire and steel, my lord?
Yes, we shall fulfill our duty at last.
What are they up to? Main story time. His family dead and his kingdom fallen. Roland finds himself alone in a solitary jail cell in the dungeons of the castle he once called home. Can't believe we killed Landroid. Can't believe we sent Roland back to Aesfrost. We're terrible people.
Cordelia, what's wrong?
Everything's wrong, brother.
Brother,
Calm yourself. Take a deep breath. Now, tell me what happened.
I heard them talking. I wasn't supposed to, but I heard them. Thalas and... Oh, Roland. The Archduke. He means to order your execution.
So you're saying I gotta hurry up with this rescue mission.
Grave news, my lord. Prince Roland is to be beheaded at the Archduke's decree.
So I have to imagine that this is specifically to get at Serenoa. See if we will try to come to his rescue and then he can stomp on us too. Apparently Cordelia is the only one that he needs.
What? On what grounds?
Entirely made up grounds, same as the king.
For inciting unrest by ordering the invasion of the Falk's domain.
Oh my god.
The gall of that man!
Furthermore, House Wolffort has been invited to attend the execution. Our presence is mandatory.
Ah, of course it is. That sneak.
Do you mean to go?
We dare not disobey the summons. The consequences would almost certainly be dire.
Are we just dogs to answer his beck and call?
My lady. Please, I understand. But we have no choice.
No choice but to rescue the man.
I know this, and I apologize. It's just that there are things we must protect. Things I must protect. Lest we lose what makes us human.
Atta girl. Fate in Flames. Completed.
News of Prince Roland's coming execution is carried far and wide. In the blink of an eye, the Kingdom of Glenbrook is no more. The realm reels from the tragic turn of events. Prince Roland's death marks an uncertain change in the flow of history. A change which none in the Old Kingdom have the power to reverse. However, the eruption of conflict in the region does not go unnoticed by its neighbors. In the holy state of Hyzant, opportunistic hearts stir.
Once again, I mentioned this a couple episodes ago, but I feel like Hyzant is the biggest threat, and I'm not entirely sure why they decided to invade Glenbrook instead of Hyzant. Less to gain and way more risky, honestly. Chapter 8, Part 1. Weather the Storm.
My dearest friend has been sentenced to die, and there is naught I can do. What use is a lord's position if he can't even save those closest to him?
Serenoa, you mustn't.
Is it true? Another ravenous dog is stirring?
It is. We face none other than Minister Sorsley End, one of the Saintly Seven. It seems he means to take our domain for his own.
What?
House End? Their position in Hyzant has been in decline for some time.
Doubtless, Sorsley means to use the Wolffort domain to bolster his flagging influence.
My lord, our soldiers have had scarce little time to rest since our last battle. I fear for their morale if they were forced to take the field against Hyzant.
Is there naught we can do?
We have sent request for aid to House End more than once, my lord. However, our pleas have always fallen on deaf ears. Doubtless Sorsley has been biding his time to strike.
Then it is too late for words. There must be something we can do to avoid straining our already ragged forces.
There is, my lord. However...
I dread the words that follow however when they come from you.
Let us ask the Archduke for assistance.
Are you mad, Benedict?
We must needs focus on the matter in front of us. If we weather this storm, we may see that it has unearthed unseen opportunities. However, if we let Sorsley's advance continue unabated, I'm afraid retreat may be our only option.
You are right, as usual. Very well. Ready a bird.
I mean, technically we're part of Archdukes. The Archdukes, we're his high house now, right? It kind of makes sense. Sorsley of the Saintly Seven marches on Wolffort and waits for his moment to strike.
Your Excellency, our troops have boarded and are awaiting your orders.
Good. Stand by until I give the order to depart. We make for the Wolffort domain. Upon the foundations of their keep, we shall build the glory of House End. Tell the troops, they shall be well rewarded for their feats of bravery this day.
Yes, Your Excellency.
Wait, we got two main story. Well, let's do Whiteholm Castle. The Archduke responds to Wolffort's request for a reinforcement.
I see House End has raised their banners. I can practically smell their greed from here. Doubtless that slug Sorsley is licking his lips even now.
I did not think House Wolffort would deign to request aid.
They surprise even me. Has the young wolf learned to swallow his pride?
What should we do, Your Grace?
We cannot very well be seen to ignore those under our protection. Go.
Exactly.
And what of Prince Roland?
That shall have to wait. We may have use for him yet.
Frederica and Gila discuss Gustadolph's true motives for invading Glenbrook.
Recent events have not quelled your desire for knowledge, I see. You make your teacher very happy, Frederica.
It is progress that I can see. I enjoy the growth that comes with learning.
And you should be proud.
I enjoy stronger fireballs.
Sheila, why do you think my brother attacked Glenbrook?
War is a means to an end, always. The question is, what end does he hope to arrive at?
But what could he hope to gain by razing the castle? I can see no point to his cruelty.
There is always a point, Frederica. As for whether others agree with that reasoning, well, oftentimes that doesn't matter.
How dreadful. Why must it come to arms? Why can't we settle our differences with words?
So long as men covet, there will be war. That fact is immutable.
Then war will continue forever, so long as man exists. Isn't that what you're saying?
Indeed. History has attested to that fact time and again.
What could there possibly be in this world worth risking life and limb for? I cannot fathom the answer.
And 'tis not a question you should trouble yourself with answering, Frederica.
And so did the two forces converge on the Wolffort domain, now the linchpin of the Norzellian continent. From the west, General of Laura leads the might of the Grand Duchy of Aesfrost. From the east, Sorsley End of the Saintly Seven commands an army from the holy state of Hyzant. From within the heart of this maelstrom, one man strives to find the path that will see the house he serves safely through the storm.
Like a really dangerous Oreo.
Benedict Pascal, steward of House Wolffort, wise in war and peace alike, contemplates what to do next.
Benedict is the creamy center. We have side stories. Gustadolph appears before the captive Roland and makes a startling request. What now?
Release his fetters.
Yes, Your Grace.
Release my what?
You look well, my prince.
My fetters have seen better days, Gustadolph.
What are you doing here?
I bring good tidings. Your execution has been stayed. And I have a request to make of you.
What? What have you not already taken from me?
The good tidings did not end with a lease on life, my prince. I mean to marry your sister.
Oh, damn.
What?
However, I fear that without your assistance, she may not be entirely amenable to the arrangement.
Has your ambition driven you mad? I'll hang before I see you wed.
I had feared you might say that. In the days ahead, do remember that at first I attempted a diplomatic approach.
You bastard!
Alright, we have a little scale of conviction on our map here. I'm curious if we have an actual decision to be had. House Wolffort discusses their next move amidst their ever-changing surroundings.
Anna, a report on our current situation, if you will.
And please sit down, it's making me uncomfortable.
Yes, sir. Both Aesfrost and Hyzant have mustered armies, and are drawing upon Castle Wolffort as we speak.
They've got mustard armies? You need a catch-up army. Stat.
Given the sudden military action, Prince Roland's execution has been stayed.
Thank you, Anna. We have much to consider.
What are we gonna put our armies on? A hot dog army?
Indeed. Our situation may be grim, but there is opportunity in chaos. However, we have scarce little time to find it.
What are you thinking, Benedict? Are we to seriously consider fighting under Aesfrost's banners?
The time that House Wolffort could stand alone ended with the Salt Iron War. There is no future for us if we do not cast our lot with a greater nation. However, we at least have the freedom of choice.
Choice? What choice do we have?
I see. You had an ulterior motive to requesting aid from Aesfrost.
Just so. We could offer Hyzant a glorious victory.
The Archduke's army would be caught off guard. Are you certain Hyzant would offer us asylum?
Most certainly. House End would be eager to bolster their flagging reputation by defeating Aesfrost in the field. Doubtless, both nations view us as prey on its last legs. They forget that a cornered wolf is the most dangerous.
That means we must consider allying with Aesfrost as well.
If that is what we decide, then so be it, so long as we decide. Aesfrost did not ignite the fires of war lightly. They prepared for 30 years. Even so, they would only have acted if they had confidence in their chances at victory.
Do you believe Aesfrost's ambition could swallow even Hyzant?
That ain't the point. After what those bastards did, I can't well say I savor the thought of fighting under them. I couldn't look at myself in the mirror, in fact.
Nothing would be more shameful than failing our duty to our house.
So we have to decide then. Aesfrost or Hyzant?
Neither force has the upper hand. Our choice will surely guide the tide of battle.
Very well. Then let us consult the scales.
I don't know what to say. Will we fight beside Hyzant or Aesfrost? I would ask the others what they think. I legitimately have no idea. I have no idea. And who are we missing? Oh yeah, Roland. Whoops. What if we tie? What if we tie? Should we go for a tie? I don't know if that's how it'll work. Oh, okay. So our two decisions would be to accept Aesfrost's aid and fight Sorcelay, or conspire with Sorcelay to launch a surprise attack on Aesfrost. I don't particularly like the idea of a holy state. However, a holy state is not holding Roland hostage. Which one of these gives us a better chance at getting Roland back? So glad Prince Roland's execution has been stayed. Still, I cannot help but wonder how he fares in the enemy's hands. The scales may have decided our path, but that does not change the fact that I handed my own friend over to our invaders. I haven't the right to fret over him. Aesfrost needs Prince Roland alive, there to control Glenbrook. No harm will come to him so long as he's useful to them. I wish we could help him, but we turned him over to protect our domain. We must keep pushing forward. Oh man, these are all awful. Go with the top one. Please don't blame yourself, Lord Serenoa. We all know it was a difficult choice to make. Prince Roland himself knows that more than anyone. He may not be with us now, but that does not make you two any less friends. I pray you are right. I assure you, my lord, any anger he feels is for the nation that forced this choice upon you. Only there are a way for us to strike back at those Aesfrosti bastards. Well, that is convincing. First Aesfrost and now Hyzant. What do they want with us, Wolffort? Thought we were allies. Rosalia was meant to know true peace. We even held a celebration for our new mining venture. Don't they have any shame? We will not yield our domain to anyone. This land is ours, and it will remain that way as long as we stand. The other great powers of this realm view us as vulnerable prey. We will make them see the error of their ways. Our domain occupies a very strategic position between the other nations. It's only natural for them to want it. But we will use those selfish desires against them here. Let's go with the bottom one. None of these are particularly important decisions, I feel. But I feel like acknowledging that we have a strategic advantage here is important. I see. The two nations clashed here, and we can be the ones who decide who emerges victorious. If we use our knowledge of the land, we can hit them where it hurts most. You never cease to amaze, my lord. The strategy could turn us from the hunted to the hunters. Our house must stand together, now more than ever. I'm counting on you. Good thoughts, my friend. Alright, let's, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to convince everyone. And then see how it turns out in the end. I'm amazed there are two people that want to accept Aesfrost's aid. I'm surprised it's Huette among them. Huette, we gotta change your mind first, girl.
Lord Serenoa.
I agree with Eredor. I don't want to be allies with Aesfrost. Siding with Hyzant now is tantamount to betrayal. And who would dare trust such disloyal warriors after that? I wonder if the others would agree. Cast our lot with Swordslay and bring Aesfrost to heal. Better luck talking to a stone wall. I see. Pray tell me, my lord, what makes you so sure we should ally with Hyzant? Whoa, when did we get that? That must have been from a while ago. And this is, I think that this one at the bottom would be, I think it's the most important point to me, and it would be the most important to Huette. Roland will forever remain the duchy's prisoner, should we stay on their side.
Good point.
You haven't given up on Prince Roland, have you? I'm sorry, Huette. We're all bound by the tipping of the scales. But things have changed. As both friend and vassal, I want to save Roland. I must. Thank you, Lord Serenoa. With Hyzant at our backs, we may even be able to negotiate Prince Roland's release. Lord Serenoa, is there anything else I should consider? Perhaps it would help me gain more insight into where my token should land. I think this middle one, especially after our first answer, I think really reinforcing, like, Archduke Gustadolph is shady. He's slimy. He's a backstabber. We can't trust him. We will have much better luck throwing our lot in with Hyzant.
But
I'm surprised you have to ask. He's the type of leader who invades other nations without a second thought. Not to mention a cunning tactician. I wasn't asking, that was rhetorical, Huette. I couldn't possibly imagine what sort of things this man has scheming. Huette is deep in thought. Who's the other one? Anna? Anna, it's time. Changing your mind. No, we're not. No, we're not. Let's do Frederica.
Serenoa.
Gustadolph was the one who started this war. Hyzant may have its own motivations for marching against us, but I cannot see us allying with Aesfrost. We should accept the Duchy's aid. Why do you believe it better we join forces with Aesfrost and not Hyzant? We missed one. How did we miss one? I thought we've talked to everyone. Everyone. What is this? We needn't ponder anything under Aesfrost rule? That isn't true at all. We gotta do the top one. The kingdom's commerce is controlled by the duchy. We risk us isolating ourselves if we turn against them.
I see.
The crown city is ruled by Aesfrost, so it would stand to reason that the entire kingdom will soon follow suit. And there is no guarantee that Hyzant will provide us any aid either. In that case, it might be wise for us to remain loyal to the duchy and maintain our connections with the kingdom's people. I find myself at a loss, Frederica. Would you mind speaking to me a moment more? Of course not. I would know what's on your mind, Serenoa. Alright, we're gonna go with this bottom one. Playing both sides of the Roland coin. Roland will live, so long as we're useful to Aesfrost. And so long as he lives, there's a chance for us to save him.
Surely.
So we must be useful to the duchy if we're to help Prince Roland. Gustadolph is certainly not the type to dispose of a useful pawn. It is time someone used such callousness against him. Frederica has been moved by our words. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, Anna, you're next. You're next. Let's chit-chat. Our relations with Aesfrost are currently stable. I wonder if the benefits of allying with Hyzant are worth destroying that. It seems you and I are not of the same mind, Lord Serenoa. Might I ask your reasons? Once again, we have that lock. Oh, this is ugly. We're gonna go with this top one. I don't really have a good reason for it. After we handed over Roland, I noticed a change in Aesfrost, and not a good one. Things will only get worse from here on out.
Yes?
Invading the Falk's domain was a serious blow to our forces indeed. It's clear that they aim to weaken us, and I suppose we do not need an ally like that. Anna's deep in thought. I don't think we convinced her. Who is left? My man.
What do you think?
Eridor, what up? Our backs may be up against the wall, but I still won't join forces with those Aesfrosti bastards. They took Prince Roland from us and destroyed House Falks. I won't see him sullying House Wolffort's good name any longer. We should accept the Duchy's aid. You want us to ally with Aesfrost? Are you out of your mind? Well... that bottom one's actually pretty true. And I think that will speak... will it speak to him? I kind of think it will. Yeah, I think this bottom one speaks to Eridor more than any of the other ones do. Aesfrost values strength above all else. We show them what we're capable of. The situation is likely to improve.
You're onto something.
Good point, lad. We can let our skills do the talking. And the more they talk, the better our position will become. I think Aesfrost's way of doing things suits me a whole lot better than the Saintly Seven in their hierarchy. Did we convince him over too? Oh no. Alright, so these last two, we are going to, we're going to go one in both directions.
We must
Benedict,
decide.
We are going to conspire with Sorcery, since it was kind of his plan from the get-go to give us this decision. Each nation has its strengths and weaknesses. We must carefully consider which would best serve us in battle. I wonder what the others might be thinking. Let us cast our lot with Sorcery and bring Aesfrost to heel. So you would suggest we join forces with Hyzant? Must admit, I'm curious as to your reasons, my lord. The third one. Third one is our reason. I take that back. I really like this middle one. Currently, we have no options. We are out of options. We've got nothing. We have nothing. Whatever the Duchy wants, the Duchy can get. They told us to go kill the other leader of the High House, and we did it. Because we had to, because we have no options. This middle one. Allying with the Holy State would change the course of the war. There's no telling what other paths may reveal themselves before us then. It may not be a good option,
but if so,
and they may not be good paths, but they're different paths. They are actual options. While I understand your feelings, I must caution you against putting too much hope into the unknown, especially given our situation. Imagine you must be quite concerned over Prince Roland's well-being. That is all the more reason we must proceed with caution.
Certainly not.
Allow me one more question, my lord. What are your thoughts on Aesfrost? We're gonna go with this bottom one. House Wolffort stands for justice. As such, I simply cannot accept Aesfrosti rule, where might is right. Even though we just told Eredor that we should switch sides because might is right. You prove time and time again that you are worthy to lead our house. I'm sure Lord Symon would agree. Is Symon still alive? He's not dead, is he? Isn't he just like unconscious in the other room? Each of us has pride as a member of House Wolffort.
Quite true.
Do not remain on the defensive forever if you wish to display our own house's might. Alright, Gila.
I think...
We're going to Aesfrost, right? My knowledge of both nations has caused me quite the dilemma. While I am concerned about fighting alongside the clannish Holy State, I cannot bring myself to put my faith in the Duchy either. What are your thoughts, Lord Serenoa? You should accept the Duchy's aid, Gila. Obviously. So you would prefer to fight alongside Aesfrost? Might I inquire why? I don't think she really cares about Roland. If I remember right, she was originally one of the people that was in favor of handing him over. So that one is not going to be it. Let's do this top one. We haven't the leisure of investigating Hyzanth's motives, and it would be dangerous for us to join hands with a nation we know so little about.
Uh-huh.
I mean to say that Aesfrost is the safer option between the two. I suppose there is some merit in dealing with the danger you can see rather than fumbling around in the dark. Gila's deep in thought. Ugh. Man. Added supply situation report to notes. Are there any other notes around in here? Are there any other notes around in here? Doesn't look like it. Let's go ahead and read this note and then wrap up for the day, and then tomorrow we will see how this turned out. Notes. Where are we at? We just have this one. Supply situation report, and I have to assume that this is for Wolffort. Foodstuffs. Wheat, short supply. Salt, little remaining. Cured meats, exceedingly short supply. Except for Eredor. That man is one cured hunk of meat, I tell you what. Weapons, insufficient. Our weapons are very sufficient, thank you. Medicine, exceedingly short supply. I have a ton in my backpack. Materials, short supply. Daily necessities, short supply. Between supplying materials to the mines and the war's sudden outbreak, our stock of the above mentioned has heavily dwindled as a result. The situation must be addressed immediately, yet aid from the kingdom is not possible. With panic among our people elevated, commandeering supply from private enterprise may only serve to worsen conditions. Beautiful. We're calling that a day for now. Tomorrow, we are going to see who we convinced more people to go along with. I really hope that you are as excited about this as I am. I kind of hope that we conspire with Sorcelay, but after talking it out with both sides, I can see I don't feel nearly as bad about accepting Aesfrosti aid as I did beforehand. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Take care.